The public meeting on the proposed real property tax rates for the County of Maui effective July 1, 2025 will now come to order. So if you wish, you could say Selamat Pagi. In Malaysian, it means have a peaceful and happy morning, as opposed to the Filipino version, which is Salamat, but this one is Selamat Pagi. Selamat Pagi. Ms. Clerk, roll call.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Proceeding with roll call. Members participating from non-public locations should state who, if anyone except minors, is present with them as part of roll call. Councilmember Pro Tempore Tasha Kama.
Excused.
Vice Chair Yukile Sugimura.
Selamat, what did you say?
Pagi.
Pagi. Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Councilmember Tamara Paulton.
Aloha kakayaka and Selamat Pagi kako.
Councilmember Gabe Johnson.
Excused.
Chair, I'm here.
Oh, you are?
I'm here.
You're back?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome
Yeah,
back.
Thank you. Selamat Pagi. I think I did that right.
Yes.
Council members, there's no testifiers at the Lanai District Office, and I'm alone on my state office. Thank you, Chair.
Oh, were you able to converse in Japanese on your trip?
Yes. That's right. I haven't seen you guys since I've been back. Yeah, it was so great. My Japanese is very rusty, but my love of Japanese food is not. So I think I gained 5 pounds.
Okay, very good. Ms. Clerk.
Councilmember Keanu Rollins Hernandez.
Aloha kakayaka kako, my molokai nui ahina. I'm at my private residence alone here, and there are currently no testifiers at the Molokai District Office. Mahalo, Chair.
Thank you.
Happy to be home.
Good.
Councilmember Tom Cook.
Salamat Haji. I can never, I'm always wanting you to repeat it like 3 times. You always just rattle it off once. Aloha, everybody, and good morning. Happy to be back in the chambers, and there's nobody currently in the Key Regional Office to testify, but we have people on standby. I look forward to the meeting, Chair. Thank you.
Councilmember Nohialani Uuhajans.
Chair, aloha everyone. I'm in my personal vehicle by myself.
Okay. Anybody else?
Councilmember Shane Sinensi.
Well, somebody saw him on, but then we can always come back to him.
Okay. And Council Chair Alice Lee.
Selamat Pagi.
Chair, there are currently 7 members present, 2 members excused. A quorum is present to conduct the business of the council. For the record, I'm the Deputy County Clerk, Rochelle Thompson. Also present with us are Legislative Division staff Lauren Saldana Del Yoshida, Joyce Murashige, and Arthur Suyama. And joining the meeting from the Office of Council Services is Deputy Director Rochelle Kawasaki and Legislative Attorney Peter Hanano. From the Department of the Corporation Counsel is Deputy Corporation Counsel Christina Toshikio.
Okay. Before we proceed with the public hearing, may I please request that everyone keep their microphones muted unless it's your turn to speak. As a reminder, testimony must pertain to items on the agenda. When testifying, please direct your remarks to the council and not to any individual council member or member of the public. Each testifier will be allowed to speak for up to 3 minutes on each item. For individuals wishing to testify on Teams, please click the raise your hand button to be added to the testifier log. If you are calling in, please follow the phone prompts to be added to the log. Decorum shall be maintained at all times. Any person who behaves in a manner that disrupts, disturbs, or impedes the orderly conduct of any council meeting can, at the discretion of the presiding officer or a majority of present council members, be ejected or banned from council meetings, or if participating remotely, muted or dropped from the meeting. Examples of disruptive behavior include, but are not limited to, heckling, shouting, use of profanity, threatening or slanderous remarks made to any member of the council, staff, or general public. Ms. Clerk, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At this time, individuals may testify on Resolution 25-88 FD2 entitled Adopting the Real Property Tax Rates for the County of Maui, effective July 1, 2025. Chair, currently we have 4 testifiers signed up. The first is Faye Taylor. to be followed by Royal House of Hawaii. Ms. Taylor, please go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I got my hearing aid.
Sure, Faye Taylor.
I'm Faye Taylor. Did you call me? My name is Faye Taylor, and I own a one-bedroom. I've owned a one-bedroom condo at Wailea's Grand Champion Villas for over a decade, and I'm here today to express my grave concern about the 2025 property tax assessments, which defy market reality and impose an unfair burden on elderly owners such as myself. This year, Unit 86 and every other second floor, one-bedroom condo with an ocean view was assessed at $1,766,500, a staggering $800,000 higher than the actual sales price of Unit 172, which is the only one-bedroom condo that has sold post Lahaina fire. Current listings for similar units are all listed for $800,000 less than their assessed values. There are systemic flaws in the assessment process which need to be addressed. The 25-day appeal window disadvantages elderly owners. 75% of the owners at the Grand Champion are seniors, many of whom they don't have the resources or the capacity to handle the appeal process. And the county's mass appraisal model appears to ignore the economic fallout from the fire. It's not clear whether this is a computer error or whether this was a deliberate oversight. The Grand Champion Villas allow short-term rentals, which have faced heightened scrutiny post-fire. Are assessments weaponized to offset county's revenue losses? I urge the council to audit the methodology used for the 2025 assessments and correct assessments proactively. Adjustments must apply to all affected owners, including those that were unable to appeal. Mahalo for your urgent attention to this injustice.
Thank you very much. Any questions, members? Yes, Vice Chair Sugimura.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for testifying. I wonder if you might want to reach out to the tax office because they have people standing by to answer questions regarding the assessments and any questions like what you're having.
I spoke to Lee Ann there. I was able to reach her once, and she sent me a list of the 5 appraisals. I have emailed her and left voicemail messages, and they're not being returned. So
if
I have tried. It doesn't do, and I know other owners also have tried, and we're not getting any return calls.
okay, if you leave your contact information, then if I can get your contact information,
Yes,
let me look
yes.
into it.
Member Cook?
Thank you for coming and testifying today and bringing this to our attention. You said the 5 appraisals they sent you back as an example. Was that from that?
Well, the problem is this is a pretty small complex, and there were actually no sales of any, well, there was one 3-bedroom, but there were no sales of 1-bedroom or 2 bedrooms during the fiscal period, okay? So they used the appraisals from the prior year, which were all during that post-pandemic bubble when everything was the highest, and they only used one bedroom everything else was two-bedroom, and they used the one-bedroom that had sold for the highest price that any one-bedroom has ever sold for at the Grand Champion, and that was $1,150,000, and that was the year before the there was a whole year gap when there were no sales, and that was well before the Lahaina fires. The only one bedroom that has sold at the Grand Champion since then is 172. And that was just after the cutoff for the window, because it was in August and they cut it off in July. So they didn't look at that, and I don't know what they looked at.
Excuse me, what
It's
did that?
inexplicable.
Okay.
It's just-
So
Let
For
Mr.
further-
Cook finish.
further clarification, you mentioned the one-bedroom that was sold for $1,100,000.
Yes.
Is that, what's the appraised values that they're putting at it? I mean, 1,100,000, what are they appraising them at?
You know, I want to give you, I'm sure it's well over that, because all of the one-bedrooms were well over. But depending upon whether you were at second floor or ground floor, the ground floors were all assessed, a few thousand, like 5,000 less than the upstairs ones. And depending on whether they considered you having a partial ocean view, or whether they considered it a golf ball, they are all adjusted. My personal condo, it doesn't have an ocean view. And it wasn't assessed at the same rate, but it was assessed, again, almost 800,000 more than it should have been.
Okay,
So
thank you.
My final clarifying question, is your homeowners association addressing this issue also, or is it in any other individuals besides yourself?
I'm not aware of the homeowners association addressing it. And when I looked, I haven't looked at all of the 180 there, but I was surprised that only a very small handful had appeal. I know the unit of 86, and he's a friend of mine. I told him to appeal. He's battling stage 4 colon cancer. And so I know elderly owners have issues that other people, and most of the owners here are older, and it's just not fair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What you can do is, on your way out, make sure that your contact information, your address or phone number is with our staff, and then one of the council members will be in touch with you.
Thank you so much. Mahalo, everyone.
Thank you. May we have the next testifier,
Madam
please?
Chair, the next testifier is Royal House of Hawaii, to be followed by Tom Crowley.
Aloha, this is the Royal House of Hawaii. I'm testifying about the real properties, AKA, I don't know how it's being manipulated and being changed into real properties, but it's actually, the real properties are actually royal patent, and which are allodial titles from the Mahele, from our Papa, Kamehameha III. And as a native Hawaiian and a royal patent heir of Hewa Hewa Nui, Helu 3237, where the new roundabout stay, where Hilton and Kihei stay, no one has had any discussion with us and any of the heirs of the descendants of Hewa Hewa to the undivided family lifetime estate on the entire Ahupua'a A'oka'onaolu. How are any of these decisions being passed without letting any of the beneficiaries know of any royal patents, which are allodial titles from the Mahele, which are still valid, very much proven still till today and forevermore? How are these decisions being made? We still haven't gotten contacted. By how many times we keep on asking or telling you guys, because you guys are the ones to pass everything, and call up every single descendant of the royal patents, which are the real properties of Hawaii, and all the properties of Hawaii, and it's a war crime, if not, and we still haven't got a discussion with any of you guys. And yeah, stop, and please follow the laws again, because the chiefs are not in government, and they're not allowed to make up the decisions. And I have the paperwork on who can make the decisions in Hawaii if you guys need it. All the laws, if you guys need it, feel free to reach out, because I'm pretty sure you guys might not know it. I don't know. But yeah, there really needs to be something done, because Hawaiians is the most highest rates in everything. I see more hotels and more stuff for tourists than Hawaiians being arrested and traversing on their own land. Yeah. And it is not right. It is really not right. And please call up all the descendants again, and please follow that law. God bless and have a great day.
Thank you. Any questions, members? If not, Ms. Clerk.
Councilmember Rollins Fernandez has a
I'm
question.
sorry. Councilmember Rollins Fernandez.
Mahalo, Chair. For our testifier, aloha. Mahalo for your testimony. I'm sorry, did you share your contact information with us? If you did, I missed it.
Oh, okay. I can resend that if anything. Do I email like the emails that is posted on the website?
Yep. Kiani.rollins@mauicounty.us. Mahalo.
Okay.
Mahalo, Chair.
Yeah. Mahalo.
Thank you. Ms. Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to note that Councilmember Pro Tempore Tasha Kama is present. And the next testifier is Tom Crowley, to be followed by Jonathan Helton, who is currently our last testifier.
Mr. Crowley, good morning.
Aloha, Council, and congratulations on finishing up the budget. I just want to tune in today to express my deep appreciation for the property tax rates that you set for the commercialized residential classification. That was unanimously agreed to by all of you, and I do appreciate that, but I especially appreciate Councilmember Cook bringing it on my behalf to your attention, that all of us in that category are full-time residents living in our homes, and the primary use of our homes is as our residence, just same as the 27,900 other folks in the owner-occupied classification. The rates that you set do roughly double the property taxes that I would otherwise pay if I didn't have a permit, and I'm fine with that. So I think that you have reestablished the fairness that was in place when that classification was first established 15 years ago. So again, I express my gratitude for hearing my pleas and giving me some type of a reduction in the rates that had been proposed. I also support all of the rates that you were about to pass. I do believe that there is some logic behind all of them, and that some people aren't going to be happy with that logic, but you have followed a path that makes sense. So I am in support of that. I just want to say, with respect to the first testifier, Faye Taylor, she brings up an issue that's not relevant today to property tax rates, but that is something that is worth the council taking a look at, and that is how we establish the assessments each year. Each year, the assessments look back to the previous year and only one previous year to establish the assessments. And in some cases, as she pointed out, there's only one sale for real property tax to look at and make their judgment on it in a particular subdivision and so forth. And that does make it difficult for real property tax to select the right assessments in those areas. I believe that the county would be better served by using like a 3-year rolling average. Something like that would help get rid of these spikes that happen in real property tax. As Ms. Taylor pointed out, that she saw a spike of more than 50% in just a single year. If you're using a rolling average over 3 years, you wouldn't see that as much. And next year, I think in general, you're going to see property tax assessments go down because, sales have kind of cooled off and what they're going to base it on will bring them down. But again, not relevant to the property tax rates you're setting today, but might be relevant for the council to take a look at sometime later in the year. Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Members, any questions? If not, thank you very much. And let the record show we have, thank you, Tom, that we have Pro Tem Kama online, Salamat Paji, Pro Tem.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members. It's good to see you all.
Thank you. You too. All right, Ms. Clerk.
Chair, the next testifier is Jonathan Helton, to be followed by Dave Jorgensen. Jonathan Helton, you're unmuted on our end. If you are online joining by video, top right of your screen, there's a microphone icon, and you'll need to click on it so that you can unmute on your end.
Yeah, we can't hear him. That's the problem.
We'll come back to you. Dave Jorgensen, please go ahead and unmute on your end.
Good morning.
Morning.
It says my camera's been disabled, so I'll proceed. It seems to happen every time on Teams. Good morning, Chair Lee, Vice Chair Sugimura, members of the council. My name's Dave Jorgensen, and I'm here on behalf of ARDA Hawaii, which represents the timeshare industry in our state, and I'm a registered lobbyist. I'll be extremely brief today. I've testified a couple of times, provided you with a lot of the background and the information. On behalf of ARDA Hawaii, we just want to express our gratitude to all of the council members for the hard work, performing an extremely hard task in trying to strike a balance between the needs of the community and the reasonable tax rates to be applied to the different categories. ARDA Hawaii is in full support of the proposed amendments that are before you today. We feel that strikes a fair and equitable balance between needing to raise the taxes a bit and keeping it, again, fair and equitable between the different classes. So we're grateful for your hard work and commend you for your commitment to making Maui as wonderful a place as it continues to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions? If not, thank you very much. Ms. Clerk.
Chair, we'll return to testifier Jonathan Helton. You're unmuted on our side.
Okay, hopefully everyone can hear me now.
Yes.
Thank you. So my name is Jonathan Helton. I represent the Grassroots Institute of Hawaii. Full disclosure, I am a registered lobbyist for Grassroots. I sent in written comments on the real property tax rates. Grassroots supports the floor draft that has been proposed that would slightly lower the property tax rates for hotels and timeshares and a couple of other property tax classes. We understand that the council does have a need to raise revenue to cover the cost of projects. On the other hand, there is a concern that with a possible recession looming for the state of Hawaii, as Yujiro has projected, that tourism arrivals could be down, further increasing the prices of visiting Hawaii via higher property taxes does, of course, have effects on the local Maui economy. So we realize that there's a trade-off there, and we support what has been proposed to slightly reduce the rates from the earlier proposal. Happy to answer any questions that you guys have, and thank you very much.
Members, do you have any questions? If not, thank you very much for your testimony.
Chair, currently that is, Mr. Hamilton was the last testifier signed up, so we'll give last call for any testimony on the real property tax rates for the coming fiscal year. Seeing no one raising their hand in teams or making their way to the podium, Chair will count down 3, 2, 1. There's no one else to testify.
Okay. This meeting will be in recess until the council meeting on June 3rd, 2025 at 9 a.m. Okay. Peter, any other items?
No, Chair.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Clerk, any other items?
No, Chair, thanks.
Okay. This meeting is in recess. Thank you, everybody.